Across all corners of the European continent, far-right parties are on the rise. Ahead of the European Union elections, polling predicts that right-wing populists will perform particularly well. Their campaign built largely on criticising the centrist parties, which have long dominated the bloc's levers of power in Brussels.
L'inflation, l'explosion des prix de l'énergie, tout comme l'immigration ou l'insécurité. Chers amis, tous ces maux que nous subissons ne sont pas le fait du hasard, mais les conséquences de décisions politiques toxiques dont aucun dirigeant ne viendra jamais s'excuser auprès de vous. Comme il y a 30 ans, nous pataugeons toujours dans le responsable, mais pas coupable.
Surveys show such pledges are beginning to resonate with young voters. In France, 36% of 18 to 24-year-olds back Marine Le Pen's national rally. In the Netherlands, 31% support Geert Wilders' far-right Freedom Party, while in Germany, around 20% of first-time voters are expected to support the far-right Alternative für Deutschland Party.
Wir brauchen so ein Bürokratiemonster, wie es die Europäische Union ist, brauchen wir nicht, bestehend aus überbezahlten und unterbeschäftigten Bürokraten. Wenn es nach mir ginge, könnte man die ganze Bagage vor die Tür setzen.
What links much of Europe's far right is a ramping up of nationalist rhetoric. Slogans like "Limit the EU's power" and "Rethink Europe" dominating campaign materials. Professor Klaus Hürrmann from Germany's Hertie School of Governance is an expert in youth studies and has researched why such messages are landing favourably with a growing proportion of young people.
Our study 14 to 29 years of age, they are in dissatisfaction. They have a pessimistic mood. They do not go along with everything, and more they have the feeling politics is working against us. They are not supporting us, and we feel lost. And the right-wing AfD really succeeded to conquer many topics that are on the forefront of thinking and feeling of the young generation.
Many analysts say the sway of TikTok could just tip the balance of power in Brussels, with far-right parties harnessing the power of the platform to reach a whole new generation of voters, leaving traditional political parties playing catch-up. There's a growing feeling amongst politicians that such creativity is needed to break through with the young electorate. Hannah Neumann is a member of the European Parliament running for re-election. A member of the Green Party, she says concerns over TikTok's data security and algorithm have made centrist EU parties wary in the past. But with studies showing the AfD parliamentary group receives around 10 times more views in Germany than those of other parties, that's now changing.
For me, the crucial moment was when my kids, I have 3 teenagers, so they said, Mom, actually our friends, they don't Google anymore, they would just TikTok when they go for information. And knowing the kind of information that is on TikTok, I was like, that is going terribly wrong. And so me and many others are now trying, but just trying to also give information that is a bit more, let's say, factual.
But as voting day edges closer, there are concerns about how algorithm-based personalised feeds are polarising young people. And with polarisation comes risks, including an increasingly hostile political climate. Germany's campaign, for example, has been marred by several violent attacks on candidates from the Greens, Social Democrats and Conservative Party. The Chancellor has now used the final days of the campaign to call for calm.
Unser Staat ist wehrhaft. Wir tolerieren keine Gewalt. Wer andere beleidigt oder sogar körperlich verletzt, muss schnell und spürbar bestraft werden. Und übrigens ist auch das Internet kein straffreier Raum.
It's often said the only poll that matters is the one held on election day. And come June 9th, the results of the EU's election will become clear. But the trend line suggests that irrespective of how the far right performs, they have had a big impact on this campaign. calling into question how politicians in the new EU parliamentary term will reshape policy around controversial issues like immigration, social welfare and the debate over further European integration versus national autonomy. Trent Murray, CNA, Berlin.